The A-10 Warthog is hands down the greatest damn plane ever created. Because I'm a simple American and when I see big gun go, my caveman brain can't help but to smile. It's a gun with wings. They built the plane around the gun. Do you realize how insane that is? Today we designed everything to be a Swiss Army knife, to be a jack of all trades and master of none. That was not the case when designing the A-10. In fact, I managed to obtain exclusive, never before seen footage of the Pentagon voting to make the A-10 a multi-purpose and flexible system.
No.
There was one simple-minded goal in mind when developing the Hog. How do we turn tank crews into coagulated confetti? And with that goal in mind, the US quickly settled on how to fit the GAU-8 Avenger into a plane, which quickly turned into its own set of problems. First of all, when you've got a gun larger than the size of a typical European family car, it tends to recoil pretty violently. In fact, the recoil is so brutal that it actually slows the plane down. It effectively halves the engine power when fired. And as if that weren't insane enough, the 30mm rounds this thing shoots puts off so much gas that it has the potential to suffocate the engines, causing the plane to cease being a plane. So not only is the primary weapon system so large that it became an engineering nightmare, but when it finally gets to do the one and only job that it was designed to do, which is to shoot, it actively fights against a plane's one singular advantage, which is its ability to fly. Because these aren't ordinary rounds. They are depleted uranium tip rounds, which are capable of punching through tank armor. Maybe that part didn't sink in, so let me try that again. These are depleted uranium rounds, capable of defeating tank armor, and it can do this from the sky at 3,900 rounds per minute. Basically, what I'm getting at is when the Hog shows up, anything in its sights is going to experience a sudden onset of horizontal alignment syndrome, to which there is no cure, unfortunately. And if you somehow manage to get a shot off on the Hog, well, you better make it count, because this thing is tougher than a $2 steak. The stick operator sits in what is effectively a 1.5-inch thick titanium tub. And even the high-mounted engines serve a practical purpose of keeping the plane flying even after taking hits. In other words, you might want to get your story straight now as you try to explain in the afterlife how you got taken out by a plane that's old enough to be a museum piece. Now, while I fully acknowledge that this is an old girl pushing past her prime, I 100% believe the Air Force is wrong to take her out back and unceremoniously put her down like this. Seriously, if the Air Force doesn't want it, they should just gift wrap it and hand it over to the Army. The Warthog is a flying gun with wings that has Army written all over it. I think sometimes the Air Force forgets that they only exist because the Army gave them life. Long story short, the A-10 isn't just a plane. It's the result of answering one of mankind's greatest mysteries, which is, what is the biggest gun we can put in a plane? Well, we got our answer, and guess what? It's freaking beautiful. That's it for today. Be sure to check out my main channel, CT6. Out.